Welcome to Global Football Icons. If you love diving into the stories of football's greatest players, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth player analysis. And drop a comment to let us know which player you'd like to see us explore next. Andrea Pirlo. Even the name has a ring to it, doesn't it? Like some mythological figure from an ancient Italian tale, Pirlo became a modern football legend, with his story woven from equal parts elegance and grit. Known for his grace on the ball and his calm demeanor, he wasn't the player who would overpower opponents physically. Instead, he had a style that relied on sheer finesse and intelligence. Watching him play was like watching an artist paint with precision and beauty, a talent so rare that he managed to redefine the role of a central midfielder. Pirlo's journey started in Flero, a small town in northern Italy. As a kid, he was drawn to football like iron to a magnet, kicking a ball around his backyard long before he could fully understand the sport. At just 16, Pirlo had already attracted attention from Italian scouts, and by 18, he joined Serie A with Brescia. But his initial years weren't easy. He was used as an attacking midfielder, playing higher up the field. While he showed undeniable talent, something was missing. His coaches saw the potential but struggled to unlock his best qualities in the role he was given. It was Carlo Mazzone, his manager at Brescia, who first had the brilliant idea of moving him into a deeper role. Pirlo wasn't one to bulldoze his way through defenders or overwhelm with speed. Instead, he had something more elusive: vision. He had this uncanny ability to read the game, to spot gaps and predict the movements of everyone on the pitch. Mazzone realized that Pirlo's talents could flourish if he played deeper, as a deep-lying playmaker, where he could see the entire field and pull the strings. This shift was subtle but revolutionary. Pirlo was no longer just another attacking midfielder. He became something more profound, an architect on the field. Pirlo's big break came when he moved to Inter Milan. It was the stuff of dreams, but Inter was stacked with talent. Young Pirlo was relegated to the bench, unable to find a consistent spot on the field. That could have been the end of the story, but Pirlo's hunger was far from sated. Soon, he found himself at Inter's archrival, AC Milan. This is where he would shine and transform into one of the game's most admired figures. In Milan, under the guidance of Carlo Ancelotti, Pirlo blossomed. Ancelotti recognized Pirlo's unique skills and allowed him to fully embrace his deep-lying playmaker role, known as the regista in Italian football. In this role, Pirlo became a revolutionary force. Where others saw only the immediate play, Pirlo saw the bigger picture. His passes weren't just about getting the ball from point A to point B. They were masterpieces in precision and timing, often turning defense into a calculated attack with a single touch. Watching Pirlo play was a joy, a reminder that football wasn't only about speed and strength, but also about the beauty of simplicity. Pirlo's abilities were most clearly demonstrated in the way he could control the tempo of a game. His famous Pirlo pass, a long, sweeping pass that glided over defenders and landed perfectly at the feet of his teammates, was a weapon no one else could wield as effectively. With the ball at his feet, he could slow the game down or launch a counterattack in the blink of an eye. His free kicks were works of art too. Unlike other players who relied on brute force, Pirlo treated every free kick like a chess move. A simple flick of his foot could send the ball curling into the top corner with the kind of accuracy that seemed to defy physics. Pirlo's presence on the pitch had a calming effect. He wasn't the loudest player. He was the quiet genius in the background, orchestrating the game with elegance and finesse. His ability to make time slow down around him was almost surreal. He moved gracefully, effortlessly maneuvering around opponents without breaking a sweat. It wasn't about evading players with agility. It was about knowing where everyone would be and making his move before anyone else had the chance to react. During his time at Milan, Pirlo helped secure 2 Champions League titles, which only cemented his status as one of Europe's best midfielders. He wasn't just a player. He was Milan's brain on the field. His leadership wasn't vocal but symbolic. Teammates looked up to him, trusted him, and knew that as long as Pirlo was on the pitch, they had a fighting chance. But perhaps one of Pirlo's most significant impacts came when he moved to Juventus in 2011. Many questioned if Pirlo, now in his 30s, could keep up his form, but Pirlo proved age was just a number. His arrival at Juventus coincided with one of the most dominant periods in Serie A history. Pirlo was the nucleus of this powerhouse, pulling the strings, dictating the flow of the game, and providing the foundation for Juventus' incredible run of consecutive titles. Pirlo's influence on that Juventus squad was immeasurable, and his longevity was astonishing. Even with younger players around him, Pirlo's footballing mind kept him relevant and effective. Pirlo also left a mark on the international stage. His crowning achievement came in 2006 when Italy lifted the World Cup. Pirlo was instrumental in that tournament, his composure and technical brilliance helping Italy dominate the midfield. In the final against France, he was pivotal in controlling the tempo, ensuring that Italy held its ground against a formidable French side. Pirlo wasn't just a player in that tournament. He was Italy's Maestro, leading his team to glory. As he grew older, Pirlo moved to Major League Soccer, joining New York City FC, where he became an ambassador for the sport in the United States. Pirlo's presence brought an added level of excitement to the league and showed young American players what it truly meant to be a world-class playmaker. His influence extended beyond his own team, inspiring a new generation of fans and players. Andrea Pirlo's career is a testament to the idea that football is as much an intellectual game as it is a physical one. He didn't need to shout, sprint, or muscle his way through matches. He used his mind, his vision, and his elegance to leave an indelible mark on the sport. For every fan who had the privilege of watching him play, Pirlo reminded them that football could be poetry. He retired in 2017, but his legacy lives on. Every young player with a penchant for playmaking, every midfielder with dreams of controlling the game, looks to Pirlo as the epitome of what a midfielder can be. Pirlo showed the world that football wasn't just about winning or scoring. It was about creating, envisioning, and elevating the game to something beautiful. So, to the fans of global football icons, we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the life and career of Andrea Pirlo. He was more than just a player. He was an artist, an architect, and a legend. If you enjoyed this analysis, remember to like and subscribe to the channel for more stories of football's greatest icons. And let us know in the comments which player you'd like us to explore next. Your favorite might just be our next icon.